The past 5 years, I've made a trek from Oregon to Alabama. This year's trip was very eventful. Lots of deer sightings, and also some things that I haven't usually shown in my videos. The BYB property has a rich history that goes back 300 years. In this year's video, I'd like to share some of the cultural evidence that I found, as well as some of the nicest bucks that I've seen in my 5 years. This Plantation house was built in 1845. And this is a side view here. And as you can see, it's just amazing how it's held up. There has been some reports by some of the locals that this is a haunted house. One report was a gentleman saw a Confederate soldier walk out of it one day. This is one of the bedrooms. Here's what's left of a fireplace. Yep. And these are all original wood floors. As you look along the stairwell here, there's some ornate addition.
Of course, people would vandalize.
Yeah.
They vandalized it. Got all the trim and stuff out of it.
Here's a door. Here's the old back door. There's a hole in the floor here, exposing the foundation. You can see the foundation down there is made of rock. I was here, 1958. Here's one 1757. How long has it been abandoned, do you think?
The last time anybody lived in this house was in 1941.
1941.
That's what I was told.
Now I'm just doing a panorama right here from the grounds. This view of the Alabama River is the view that the owners would have seen before the trees grew up and obliterated their view. It was said that cotton bales were lowered down the steep cliffs to riverboats below. My first day's hunt was in a thick woods. The deer appeared like ghosts slipping through the pine forests. The second day, my good friend Steve Birch and I walked up on some feeding does. You can certainly see why they're called whitetails.
Listen, you guys, listen.
I heard it.
It hits the water. It's half full of water. That's a cistern, and this is a concrete cap that's bricked, and it's concreted on top of the bricks. And what they had, their house was right there. This was an old house, and this was a foundation. These were the bricks.
And it grew right into it.
And the captain slept in the upstairs bedroom of the main mansion, and all the crews slept over here in the cookhouse.
I'll be damned.
Isn't that crazy?
It's amazing.
Yeah, this is a cookhouse.
And look how deep it is down there. You can see skulls down there.
That afternoon, I came across a very skittish doe. It was really laying low and staying in the brush. When she finally came out, she was very, very nervous. Although my light was fading, I had no trouble seeing what was just about to come out. Well, today's the very last day of the hunt. I go back to Oregon tomorrow. It's been a good hunt. Seen a lot of deer. Seen some big deer, big bucks. Lots of does. This is something you don't see out here in Alabama every day. We got an eagle, a bald eagle out in the field. For my last morning hunt, I chose a large field that was noted for a lot of deer. It wasn't long until there were 30 to 35 does out in the field, and this nice young 8-point showed up. My last afternoon hunt had finally arrived. I decided to hunt a field that a big 10-point had been seen the day before. After 2 hours of seeing an empty field and this active cardinal, I decided to take a walk. You never know what you're going to find out here. Here's an old chimney. Lord only knows how long it's been here. People lived here for 200 years. Anyway, here it is, just kind of nestled in the woods. After my hike, I retraced my steps. Near the edge of the field, I spotted a solitary deer. I stood quietly but exposed on the edge of the field. This whole time the deer walked toward me, as if I wasn't even there. It occurred to me I'd sat in a blind in that field all morning and I'd seen nothing. Now, after discovering the chimney, the field had come out of its slumber and was occupied by me, a deer, in the spirit of antiquity. That moment made my trip.